Sakura Fantasy. Well, I still don't understand why these games are called Sakura. I mean, no character in both Sakura Angels or Sakura Swim Club and this one is called Sakura. So, Sakura means blossom or something? I mean, it's a catchy name, I guess, and kind of gives you a brand for this game that it's a gal game and cute lollies and high-pitched girls. But why Sakura? Well, at least Senran Kagura. Yeah, true. Senran Kagura is called Kagura. It's not called Sakura. Kagura. Damn, it's just a K and a G. It would be Senra Sakura. But I will play that one too. Well, at least they have a character called Kagura in that, and it's my favorite waifu from the show. She has like white military uniform, a sword, long straight black hair. That's perfect. That's exactly what I like. The boss lady type, the sword lady type, like Sakura Busujima. I made a whole video about why I like the slender, tall, brunette archetype. They're so damn beautiful. Like Yuriko Tagawa from The Love Ru, also my waifu. And Sasuke Kirin from Kill la Kill. Well, in Kill la Kill, I get the best I can get. We have the main character, Ryuko Matoi, and she's also brunette but short hair. And then Sasuke Kirin, the one with the imperialistic white uniform, long hair, and white skin, and look at that booty. Alright, so I made even a waifu list and all that, but these videos will remain obscurity, so I'm just rambling about like an idiot. So let's get back to being a guardian. You must be one of those new poor souls who has got this chamber. Well, are there like satanic orgies here, like what the Pope is doing?
Hi. 今日から警備任務に就きます。
Yeah. That's Miyako from Sakura Swim Club. Here we're called Raylin. Yeah, because we're fantasy Germany? Well, I hope we can cope with boredom. Oh, I love boredom. That's what I do at my job. I work at a supermarket, and now that we have less clients, I have to just chill and wait, which is perfect. Like, if you can put me in a dark room and tell me to stay there for 8 hours and get paid for it, I'll take it. I better have you patrolling the whole store. Look at my titties and look at my cute ass in my mini skirt. Look at my beautiful legs. The same thing happened to me. Oh, my instructor said I was getting a promotion. That's the last thing you should be calling this position. But it's perfect. Like, you don't have to fight dragons or whatever. You just sit in the castle, jerk around. Like, whenever nobody sees you, you jerk off. Then you go back to duty. Then you spy on some ladies. Then you hit on the maid. It's perfect.
私も教官にそう言われました。
That's what my instructor told me too. Demo. We need to put some oil on her face. The open mouth man. She needs some white sauce on her face. You felt the same trick I did. Well, welcome to guard duty at the council chamber. There's one of them for each minister in the city. Well, those are the big bosses. Those are like gross men. They yell all the time. They have all the money and chains and diamonds, and they fuck with a horse. So, all of them are quite boring, believe me. Really? I like how she keeps moving her hips, showing her ass like, my skirt. They're coming now. I hope you're ready. He motions for me to stand at attention. I'll get myself ready. I'll be a lazy slob. Try not to rush myself. They might notice me getting ready, but it doesn't matter. I would look better if I didn't rush myself. As I stand ready, a group of men wearing hooded cloaks shuffle past me. Oh yeah, they're like Gregorian chants, satanic priests who like do some kind of perverted blood rituals as they rule the kingdom. And they molest the princess. Alright? The princess. So ever so slowly they make their way to their seats. When the last man who takes his seat, one of the councilmen on the far left clears his throat. It's kind of weird because like this religion is back from antiquity, and all these old people, like, they had knowledge, of course. They knew to initiate people. They had knowledge of astronomy, mathematics. They were the ones holding all the papers. They knew how to read, how to write. You know, they had all the knowledge to themselves. That's why they gave them this clarity of acting like the servants of the gods or whatever, you know. I mean, religion still has power and it's still valuable. Like, it gives you a lot of closure, and people can use it to better strengthen their voice in society or family. But in my opinion, like, all these priests were like basically all disgusting idiots who want to molest young people. Sorry. So begins the weekly meeting of the capital's councilman. Why wear that clothes? Just wear a suit or something. Like, be more the chancellor. Be more like the parliament. At least in the parliament, we're not wearing hoods anymore. Like the German chancellor, it's in a suit, or I don't know, like in something nice and formal. We'll begin with a list of today's topics of discussion. Any customer, as always, may put forward requests for what is to be discussed first. Like, even in Roman politics, like most senators and consul and whatever praetor or whatever the Pontifex Maximus or whatever the fuck, they also had religious status. They were also kind of like religious men. Like Caesar was the high priest, but that guy was like banging horse every day, so, and killing people. So yeah, always combining religion with power, and even when religion is separate, they still abuse everyone. Sorry to ramble about it. I mean, I guess it's good to read a book and just enjoy it, and there's a lot of knowledge in the Bible, you know, besides all those killings and other stuff. I mean, you can take some conclusions about it. It's wisdom masked, combined with a lot of ways to control people, to manipulate. I mean, Bible Black has the best representation of what religion can be, what it actually was made for. The fuck, y'all like this? So, let's go. Personally, I would like to discuss the matter of defense, especially regarding the more vulnerable location on the capital outskirts. Well, I volunteered to go fight the demons. There may be additional attacks from the mere target from blah blah blah. Displaying a high level of intellect, we should approach them accordingly. Get the hood off. You're too young to be a disgusting pedophile. You bring them up every time we debate. They're just mindless animals. The debates really are boring. It's almost shocking to hear how boring they are. The how numerous they are, of course, attacks on vulnerable locations would be higher. My fellow customer, they are deliberately and targeted. Well, I know what they are. They're like goblins or other deities or demons, and I'm gonna meet them, and it's gonna be like a really hot milk girl around them. She's gonna have like green skin or dark skin, kind of like in Peter Grill. It kind of reminds me of Peter Grill and the Philosopher of Time. Like, there were girls there from all races. There were ogres, there were orcs as well, elves, and goblins. And he had a page from either races. That was beautiful, man. The anime is the best. Glad that he had like at least 10 minutes for an episode, because our anime like Bikini Warriors only have like 3 or 4 minutes. So at least Peter Grill got a bit more. I mean, I have faith in that series, even though the manga is kind of, I mean, when it comes to nudity, the manga isn't that great, because I mean, there's no naughty bits, and it's done so kind of poorly compared to, you know, the Hot Springs, like where the nudity is perfect. Like, you get full view of the girls, so many scenarios. Like, it has no intercourse, but it's more what you want to see, you know, the beauty of the female body. Peter Grill kind of fails to that one. So yeah. So let's go. We should approve before we can act on that information. We can approve blah 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 blah. It's worth before now to explode the Mars. Ah, finally, I have to volunteer. This is Madeline. Why did Kira do this to me? But it's perfect, just to sit there and listen to people talk and get paid for it. Sign me up! Sign me up! The best thing is when I sell cigars. No, cigarettes. Cigars, not really. Because like there's one customer every hour. Like my dream job is to just have like a small shop in the middle of outskirts, have like 2 customers a day, and to just stay there and chill and get paid enough money to pay my bills, buy food, and still buy manga and some anime. Have been doing it for the past decade. May have lost your but if you put on unbreakable forces, The soul expand outwards will eventually reclaim it. If they attack, continue on the farms and trades. Oh yeah, if they hit our money, then we'll do whatever the god tells us to do. If money is involved, then the gods tell us to do justice among people. We will please organize a truce to protect them. This is my first guard town visit. I'm already sick of it. I can't agree on anything. Well, but it's fun. It's interesting. Like, they all have interests. They all like, girl. These are interesting politics. They're better than what we have today. Lead them to be fools. Why isn't the Empress here? It's supposed to be here too. Oh yeah, true. She's like, why is they not here? I want a 4C on her naked body. Time to flash my ass here. And the customer doesn't look concerned about asking her for the thoughts on the matter. I can't believe that I wasted so much of my time trying to see these chambers. Blah blah blah. Well, I guess I'm just lowly craftsman of the politics of the capital. Whatever, like, stop complaining. Just enjoy time and then 4C in your bed and, you know, wank it a bit. Let my wife. I'm gonna be a disgusting slob who just spurs some people, so and that doesn't do anything. Try to resemble my personal life. It's easy to let my mind wander off. I wonder where could I foresee to right now. Oh yeah, there's the guards around the castle. Blah 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 blah. I mean, I don't give a ass fuck whatever these guys do. Blah blah blah. Just get to the quest. I mean, if you're not even gonna give me a cinematic or introduce some characters from the console, like if this were Roman politics, and we had Cicero and Caesar and Pompey and Mark Antonio there, you know, Cato, like have everyone there, all these people that are kind of known and have impacted the other world and led in war and have economic power and all that, you know, and Crassus has to be there. He was also one of the triumvirate. Then I'll be paying attention even to the boring politics because it's interesting. But like this, I don't know anyone there. I only know their main editor and she doesn't give a shit about this. So neither do I. Blah blah. What does conclude our business here, gentlemen? Again next week. Oh, only once a week. So other days, I just sit there and look at the window. Perfect. Sign me up, man. I'm gonna live for 120 years if I do this job. This kind of reminds me of Devil May Cry, all this religious tone, like even Darkseid. I kind of like it when games have Christian mythology because it's very similar with the Greek one. There's also this theory that the Greeks kind of created Christianity as importing stories from the Orient and principles from ancient Egypt and combined it with philosophy and created a brand new religion, which is Christianity, and they adopted it to strengthen the rule of the emperor, to diminish the authority of the council from Rome. I wonder. Measure my mystery matters until then. Blah blah. Over to now. No more wasting time listening to them. I'm out of here. Even without a care in the world. I wish I was so lucky. I have to patrol the hallways. Yeah, come. 4C. Lift some skirts, man. 4C and put your face in her eyes. Like, blah, blah, blah. Come on. We start up by their journey. That's a good up. The whole scene this kind of reminds me of Harry Potter. You know, the first games? Like the last games, they are basically Call of Duty soldiers. you should imagine out of their wands. But the first game, the Chamber of Secrets, and the Philosopher's Stone and the Chamber of Secrets, the first two games were goddamn amazing, nearly RPG-like games. They were sandbox, but they were kind of RPG-like. They were brilliant. They had so much platforming, so much spells. It was so damn iconic, it worked so well, man. You have for so much variety in enemies, characters to talk with. They even had kind of an economy, collectibles. The story was followed brilliantly. You had magic duels. Damn, Hogwarts was awesome to explore. The third one was kind of weaker because we had less of the depth of the other ones. The fourth one was very weird. It was kind of like a shooting gallery. You were just falling around, but you can enjoy it. The fifth one I liked. The sixth one as well. They had little to no action and not so much to do besides talking to people. But it was fun. Like, someday I have to review the whole Harry Potter trilogy. Well, franchise. They had 8 movies and 8 games. Damn it, I have so much to do. So much to do so little time. You know, because I also have to be like a hero in real life, so it's gonna take a while. It feels like eternity to say at least. My first days of Cosmo haven't been that great. Spending a lot of time listening to this customer argue among themselves. About Kira doing this to me either. This is the greatest job ever. If you go out in the field, you have to sleep in the mud, get an yeast infection, you lose limbs, you have infections, you lose an eye, you get captured by bandits or whatever, get tortured, like, you have to sleep in the rain, eat grass, like, really? Really? You want that life compared to this one? You just sit around, eat well, put oil on your skin every 2 hours, and just jerk off in the night looking at girls. Like, girl, you don't know what you're talking about. I was kind of expecting to see the Empress. Oh yeah, okay, that's kind of cool. Wouldn't be she here if the Council controls the Empire? Does she take an interest in what is happening to her empire at all? Well, probably she's underage. Well, I guess it's nothing to do with me. Well, because you're Queen's Blade, you can still be a badass even if you're underage. Or the other one. Rico and Fumeko? You know the tentacle hentai? When girls are captured and treated like cows, and there's this evil girl. Well, I recommend that one too. I have to do my third car patrol and studying attention. Got to think of it's about time for me to leave. Sure, the guy will happen soon. About to leave, I hear something behind me. Oh yeah, the princess! She's gonna trip and we're gonna see her panties as her skirt just flies in the air and we're like, oh, blue stripes. So, oh yeah, called it. Who's a genius? Who knows anime? Me. Now that's how princess looks like. Mean eyes, white hair. White or blonde is basically the same. Look at that dress. Look at the skirt. Look at her titties, man. Look at her skin. It's so white. Kind of looks like Weiss from RWBY. She was my favorite character from that series because she was the entitled, mean princess who was arrogant and had everything. I love anime archetypes. Anime is the greatest thing ever, created by perverted Japanese radical pedophiles. She wears clothing suggests that she's an ability of some sort. Her appearance is striking that it leaves me dumbfounded for a moment. Like, this is what religious people wanted to do with young ones, you know? Well, I have to wait to become an old guy. I still enjoy it even now. Like, her voice is a bit too formal and loud. Like, I mean, she looks like a mean girl. I like her eyes. She's so mean. She's like imperialistic. It's kind of weird how royalty usually ends up being this beautiful type. Like, there are exceptions. There are cute peasant girls too, but usually, like, royalty are even better looking. Like, they're even more noble, better looking, better skin compared to the peasants. Like, type really does matter. Weiss Sultan is particularly emotionless. There was a princess one in Iran, and she was like a complete disaster, but she was the love of everyone. Ugh. So yeah, princess in... This is how a princess looks like. Like, there are few exceptions. Especially in Middle East and ancient times, because back then, like, royal families were abused by the priest. And like, if you look at ancient Egypt, like, representations, they lived only like 20 years old. Like, these guys. This moment to give me my shock and respond.
Hi. 他に誰かいるかしら。私のペットが迷子になってしまったの。
Oh yeah, I like how she puts her hand on her breast, like, oh yeah. But if we're gonna marry the princess... Ah, it's a noblewoman. Ah, it's not a princess. Oh. Well, still, noblewoman. Look how miniskirt her. Look at her miniskirt. Wanna see the panties? You know, what I really like about the new anime Dress Up Darling? First of all, it has Darling, which is from Darling the Franxx X6 2018 greatest mecha anime. You know, with Zero Two as the beautiful devil girl. And the rest of Darling has a lot of shots to her thighs. You even kind of see parts of her ass, you know? It's beautiful. Like, the anime does its best not to be ecchi and give you as much fan service as possible. So,
お手すきならば一緒に探してもらえないかしら。
this kind of sounds like the narrator girl from Queen's Blade. My pet?
どんなペットでしょうか。
Well, probably a human girl. Who
見
she
れ
keeps
ば
on
わか
knowledge.
るわ。さあ、急がないと。
Doesn't have much, you know. Do I even want to waste my time finding it? It's a noble woman, girl. She's gonna tie you up in the dungeon and slap your tits sideways if you don't. I'll make one choice and then end this episode. Go back to barracks instead. I'll find it. I wanna romance this girl. Man, I wanna get him to set that miniskirt. I'll find it. When around the house, I look for any signs of her pet. She didn't really describe the prince though. Well, it's probably a human girl that's blindfolded and walks on all four. You know, she's like kinky royalty. So, alright. I'm just gonna save this. My head's a mess. So, I'm gonna quit. Bye bye, guys. See you guys later. Love the game. Love the game.